What else are we supposed to do with our day? Oh, we could watch the Rav video. We could watch the Rav vid, boys. Yeah, let's do that. Rav YouTube. Cool. This is awful. What else are we supposed to do with our day? Oh, we could watch the Rav video. We could watch the Rav vid, boys. Yeah, let's do that. Rav YouTube. 1 day ago. The beginning of the end, Rav's hardcore journey. Bro. His WoW videos are outperforming his League videos. How insanely awesome is that?
Attention.
Hell yeah. All right, boys. Rav episode 11. The beginning of the end. Keep in mind, this is hardcore. Everyone, we've been playing SOD for the past few days. This is hardcore. It's back. Okay, we're going to be watching this anyway. Hardcore if Rav dies, he's dead, all right? So just mentally get in the mind frame, the mindset of hardcore.
Attention gamers.
Okay.
Previously on my 12-step program to get away from toxic League players by trying hardcore World of Warcraft, I did a dungeon with toxic players who shared elaborate plans to get my character killed.
Okay, yeah,
I helped the
this.
homeboy in a gorge that searing avenge his father's death caused by a negligent mining company by committing full-blown arson. I started testing my strength as the Ravatar by soloing dungeon trash and spelunking through elite-ridden caves where I politely asked the ogre in charge to take a long walk with me, knowing that one small mistake would have me spawning back into Cold Ridge Valley.
Oof.
I quickly realized that with Howard's rising fame I needed to improve my public image, so I joined Mr. Beast's Team C's initiative, adopt a Highway Beach edition and clean it up so no turtles get stuck deep-throating plastic, when I had a run-in with old Uncle Gorlash. A dwarf who combined seaweed with synthol, and now he was about to get slaughtered.
Right,
I said
bro.
yip yip to Howard and let him get in the ring for a bit, but I'm not trying to have a pork barbecue on my hands, so I said okay, you can stop acting so threatening, I will distract the shitter and we will fly this kite. And to no surprise, this supposedly deadly quest was nothing more than a long walk on the beach for yours truly.
You have slain an enemy.
Dude, honestly, like, I've tried this quest on, like, I tried it on my warrior and I did do it. My barbarian rather, and I did do it, but like it was so hard. Like we had to kite it out. I was like back to almost Booty Bay. I was at like 10% life. Like I can't believe hunters can just do this. It's crazy.
But as I was being Rav the environmentalist, I found a note in one of the bottles which took me to Planet of the Apes Island, where an upright cow was being held captive. She said King Kong himself had the key and he was slightly bigger than your average ape. I asked the experienced members in the guild if this was safe to solo, and they all agreed that it was.
That was me. That's me. I remember replying to this. I said, is he soloable? I said, yes. Wait, what did I say? No, get the text. What did I say? I said, shit. I said something. I can't remember what I said. Dad says too deadly.
It's too dangerous, but I had a plan.
That's editing. That's not
what I
said.
would take this plus-size Harambe for a few rounds of Ring Around the Rosie, and a few short minutes later I channeled my inner Godzilla and promptly took a shit on King Kong.
Beautiful. Absolutely
Turns
beautiful.
out the turtles got word that I was trying to save them, and one took advantage of my publicity stunt by saying, hey, there's a side chick out in bumfuck Steamweedleport, can you spend your entire afternoon escorting me there at the speed of a one-legged dog on tranquilizers so that I can get my nut? And since Howard's a sucker for a love story, I obliged. Anyways, I learned there was once a giant dormant volcano called Ungoro that's now a crater, and some cow there said he knew one of my guildies and told me that they are actually related.
Brother of mine.
And then he told me what his Twitch viewers were doing to help him level so fast.
Destroying everything.
Wait, why would Torwa know Miz? Because has Miz even made it to Ungoro before dying? By the time this video is out, I don't think so. Torwa shouldn't know Miz at all.
Touched.
I said, yeah, I've heard of mob tagging, but what did the first mob do when Miz had to fight it himself?
Killed him not far from this spot.
A local demon worshipper
true.
warned me of the dangers in this bitch, and I quickly learned what she was talking about.
Devil Sore. Uh-oh.
Turns out a group of morons got stuck in the crater and couldn't get out.
It's his fault we're here.
I'm making a flying machine. I got stranded here, and I'm absolutely horrible at finding my way around.
As I'm thinking, wow, you dumb shit faces, maybe Google the nearest flight path, because you're practically pissing on one, but not my problem as I had other business to attend to. This involved celebrating my 51st birthday in a ginger pube of a zone and learning that I apparently wasn't aiming my shots before. Emperor Rab now had a new groove, which also meant that Howard would never be able to hold aggro anymore. But anyways, my quests were now like, okay, we need you to make every species of beast in this burnt butthole of a zone go extinct or at least die of old age trying, which sounded about as pleasant as a sandpaper dildo, so I just took a different approach where I attended some auctions and...
You are so smart, Rav. Smarter man than I. I spent like 3 hours freaking farming for these quests, man. The damn basilisk brains, like you can literally buy them on the auction house. I'm used to hardcore where like it's like you know, no trading, no auction house, anything like that. You can literally just buy them. Literally just buy them.
And simply bought that shit, which I suppose is why people like this angry Andy think SSF hardcore will be so much better, and to that I just want to say, new series coming in January. But after spending too much of my money, so much better, and to that I just want to say, new series coming in January.
Boys, Rav is on the self-found train in January. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I can't wait, boys. Self-found hype starting now, all right, man? This is gonna be nuts. If you guys are like, what's going on? Why is he so excited? Guys, self-found hardcore is how hardcore should be. All right, you can only equip what your character finds. That means no auction house, no trading, no mailbox, none of that. It makes it 1,000 times harder because, say, like on a mage, of course you want of the eagle gear, but you can't buy from the auction house. You have to just wear like random spirit gear and like stamina gear or even like strength gear, whatever the hell you find. And it makes hardcore like way more enjoyable, way more fun, and way harder. And Rav says he's on the train. Boys, January series, let's go.
But after spending too much of my money so that I didn't actually have to play the game, I could no longer afford a sick bow that's crossed, so I asked for a loan only to be met with a weird request. But I have dignity, so the only appropriate response was...
Whoa, Rav. Come on, Rav! Whoa,
Somehow I was able to afford the new bow, which
there?
meant the next hour of my life would be spent chucking rank 1 stings at obese owls, but it would be all worth it when I could line up an aimed shot with this new weapon and just watch a bitch melt.
Let's see it. No, he can't kill this guy. Yeah,
Before
that's an
realizing
elite.
those were elites and I
Yep.
fucked up. It wasn't until way later, when this new ability was still hitting like a flaccid dick, when I realized that the talent only gives me rank 1 and I would have to talk to Sensei in the Forge of Irons.
There we go, Rav. Yep, there we go.
But it was worth the trip because I got to see how much the Sam Sulit bulk diet I've been feeding Howard had been paying off. #pigdiff, and with that I was finally
Pig
ready
diff.
to unleash this thing's power.
Come on. Boom. Oh,
But jokes
okay,
aside,
miss.
I was about to put this new weapon and ability combo to the test in a big way. Remember last episode when I helped this douche launch a damn coup against the mining organization to avenge his dead dad, and then when it came time to fight the leaders together he pussied out by identifying as a Charizard instead?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I found someone else who had a bone to pick with them.
That bastard Mal-Torius.
This little charred
Oh, he's gonna
dwarf
do
had his
Mal-Torius?
recipe for twice-baked loaded tater tots potatoes stolen by the dickhead.
Bet anything that the recipe was part of the deal in his new promotion amongst the Dark Irons.
And maybe avenging a dead dad isn't enough to pick that fight, but when taters are on the table we are committing.
I'm sure they're somewhere near Mal-Torius, deep inside the slag pit.
Plus there was a bounty for the shitter's head, so me and Howard had work to do.
If Rav kills Mal-Torius at 52, I would be pretty impressed. Now, he does have full world buffs, but Mal-Torius is, I think, what, like level 51 and has 2 level 50 elite ads. That'd be pretty impressive. I haven't seen this yet.
We got down to where the leaders
Yeah,
hang out,
okay.
and sure enough they were having their water cooler talk right in front of the coveted Bobby Flay recipe card.
Yeah,
2
let's see
elites
it.
and Mr. Mal-Torius, who would turn out to be someone I should not have dealt with. I learned from Howard's Uncle Fred and Guzu's stream that using a pocket nuke to pull a pack lets you split them up later, and since it went so well for him I figured what's the worst that could happen.
Can you split pull Mal-Torius?
To
I
my
don't think
surprise,
you
the
can.
split pull seemed to work as the other 2 started running back.
Oh, you can?
Until I touched their butt buddy and classic WoW code had them running back to me
Oh,
to
you
the
can't.
point where they now never de-aggroed, and I'm not proud of what I ended up having to do.
No, Howard! No! Rip Howard, boys! Oh! Well, Howard has to go
So
back
I
to level
decided to
1.
split pull and kill the bottom bitch bodyguards first, and this worked like a charm.
Oh, that's smart. So, okay, so normally split pulling works, but for some reason on Mal-Torius, the split pull doesn't work. I don't, like, there's certain mobs that don't. That's what I remember it not working, but killing the mobs first, that's really smart.
Then it was just me and Firecrotch Malfoy, and while I thought this would be a walk in the park, it turns out this particular park knows how to polymorph. For 20 seconds as I was forced to watch Howard fight against a boss elite who I was learning could also bubble himself. The plan was now to make like a fart and blow this shithole, but I didn't want another Howard homicide on my hands, so I ran back to heal him only to unwillingly become a small lamb again until he was dead and I was in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I now had a plan for the polys where I would
Wait, so he reset again. Guys, Rav has not struggled this hard on any other mob. I really do think Mal-Torius is probably like the hardest mob. I'm trying to think of the entire classic experience. Maybe one of them. Like, Rav's been owning everything in one hit. This is like his third or fourth try.
Played peekaboo when he tested them, but even with the evolution of my strategy, he was abusing my poor pig too hard and I just didn't have the resources to survive the fight. At one point I tried letting him beat up on me for a bit, but I quickly learned that one single dot would do half my health and I ended up having to pot when he put a second on me.
Yep.
I probably should have left, but I had one more plan to use his own polymorph bullshit against him.
Yep. Let's see it. I like the editing, the heartbeat. Oh, he polymorphs Howard to full because he drops threat. Oh, get smoked, Mal-Torius. Get
And after 30
smoked.
minutes and over 10 attempts of this deadly pull, Howard and I slayed in front of a cheering section, grabbed that shitter's head, and thanks to our commitment, the dankest loaded tots would be served on someone's table tonight.
Wait,
But I had
that's
to
so
take a break
smart.
from being a
That was
sweat
good.
before I died of dehydration, so I told Miss Tinkle Sprinkle Piss Goblin that I would accept her triple dog dare to skinny dip in a hinterlands pond and get her some good kush from the bottom. In return she said her big step bro would hook me up, to which he was like, have some of my
Fabulous noggin fogger elixir.
They're pretty
After
fire.
a quick Google search on if this would kill me, I
No, you're
deep-throated it
fine.
only to be turned into the sexiest skeleton where I could run, ride Rebecca and dance while looking hard as fuck.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Needless to say I bought a Costco quantity of those bitches. But then word got out of me teabagging Draco Malfoy like a Giga Chad, so my pack made in Iron Forge was all like.
Ogdink of Ajara has sent out a call for seasoned hunters such as yourself.
I meet the deformed penguin who told me he needed deer antlers that would have a drop rate so low I will one day tell my grandkids about it on holidays, and then he was like, dope, now ride down to the beach where there will be these endangered three-headed Charizards, and I hope to God your Tinder profile wasn't lying about you liking long walks on the beach, because that's all you will be doing while looking for these spawns. But it was all worth because the chain quest rewards were worthy of ejaculation, and all I needed to do was
That's
slay
actually
some
a good
Drake and
quest,
its
yeah.
simp in a temple that sunk into the ground. I knew dungeons at this level are where people get
Why
one
is he
shot, so I
naked?
needed to find a few serious gamers to keep me alive.
Why is he naked?
I didn't know
what?
what powers or dangers the Drakes would bring, but by the looks of this group, I was betting on us.
Wait, are we really gonna walk the whole way?
Yes.
Somebody is saying yes. He said shut up.
Turns out this dungeon is just like 6 million circular hallways in a maze with
confusing,
big
yeah.
packs where I was mouse clicking my abilities just to trigger the streamers watching this, but all is good because I was top dog and the run was smooth.
Wait! Don't click the statue.
We ran into some snake puzzle straight out of Zelda where apparently you have to jerk off these statues in a particular order, or I'm told you just flat out go back to Elwyn.
No, you don't. Nothing actually happens. Nice.
This then spawns an angry orange musclefuck who oh so kindly gave me a pair of dank cufflinks.
It's pretty good.
Then we made it to the main lobby, and while my group was trying to deal with the accidental double pull they just made, I was focused on that hole and thinking about where it goes.
Red aspect? You're just saying it because of this. Okay, like... Oh! You're fucking
Some dude who self-identifies as a prophet was next, and apparently he mind controls, but we started the pull. I walked over to my assigned spot, and by the time I started warming up my Legolas charades act, he was already dead. His butt buddy gave us a kilt, and I was starting to think this whole place was an easy joke, but they warned me the last dragon is a level 60 killer.
Yeah, the last one's hard.
We get there and they are just writing novels about all the shit Howard has to do if the tank takes a nap, blah blah blah. The healer was telling me not to feign if this level 60 killing Drake targets me, but not knowing this fight I decided I would trust his call if it came down to that, but things didn't exactly go to plan.
Oh, he's oh fuck, run! Back up!
Oh, come on, a cliffhanger? Damn it, Howard. What happened? It's a cliffhanger, bro. Give me the next episode, man. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for episode 12, boys. The Rav hardcore journey. There it is. And dude, in this episode, we learned that he's going again for self-found in January, man. I can't wait, guys. Self-found hype is real. If Rav's on the train, man, oh my gosh. It is going to be great. It's going to be great.